Welcome, Libra, to your August 2020 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time that you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you have a question about this particular reading or something that this reading didn't cover, please just ask your question in the comments below after you subscribe, or you can click the subscribe button and just email me and I'll be happy to answer you in private as well if you want to keep it out of the public forum. If you've already subscribed, I do offer extended readings on this month's reading, and I also do private readings as well, and all the details are below. I won't go into it too much here and waste too much time, so just email me if you want any details on any of those. So let's get into your August 2020 reading. Now, there's a definite theme here of endings and new beginnings in August. Now, I can see that there's going to be a revelation, or you're kind of going to be sort of realizing that, having a realization about some stuff, and that's kind of going to be causing you to kind of wrap something up. You're going to complete an important task that you have been working on. And it's kind of time for you in August to review the past and your achievements so that you can decide which way to go in the future, because there's a real rebirth for you happening in August. And this could also be you pondering about some career changes or what direction you want to proceed with your career, or it can just ask you to be thinking through your options about whatever it has been going on in your life that's been sort of coming to the forefront, and you're kind of being asked to review everything quite carefully, and by doing this, it's kind of, you're going to have to be making some big decisions as well, and you know, it kind of sort of tells you that you've sort of reached a stage where you're at this completion, and but you're ready. Like, it's not like you're kind of being forced to end something and go on. You're actually at a stage where you are ready to move on to that next thing. I'm not feeling like you're unprepared for this, or this is something that's just going to hit you out of the blue. I'm feeling like you are quite ready to be moving on to the next stage of your life. It can also, and this is just a specific message for some, it might have something to do with school exams, or perhaps even a legal proceeding that some of you are going through, or certification to get a license of some sort. And if it is, things are going to go really well for you if you have any of those issues in your life. Now, you have been worried about a few things, and if you have been, there's absolutely no need to be worried about that at all. You've put in all of the preparation that you need to. You've done all the hard work, and it's almost like you've planted the seeds, and now you can just sort of sit back, because the time for all of the achievements and all of the success that you have put in, all of the success to come to you from the hard work that you've put in. Sorry, I'm getting all tongue-tied here. Now, it's kind of like, I'm getting this feeling of you having a lot of stress and anxiety that has been building up in you about certain things that have been on your mind that you've been worried about, and it can have something to do with this new step, this new rebirth that you're having, or this new awakening that you're going to be having. And it sort of, if you feel like things have come to a standstill and it's not going anywhere, it's definitely only temporary, and your plans are going to begin to gain momentum very shortly. So don't worry too much about it. But in August, I feel like you have been quite stressed or quite overworked, or certainly mentally stressed, and mentally drained. And it's the time for you now to really take a rest. And you need to, I'm feeling like mental, physical, emotional exhaustion, that kind of thing. You really have been going through some challenges in your day-to-day life, and you really need to just go inside. It even talks about going in and meditating and just quietening your mind that way. And even reaching out to someone, going to someone else's place and just hanging out at their home, kind of like a respite away from your day-to-day life, is also something that you really should be thinking about if you can't get away on holidays or anything like that, particularly the current environment that we're all living in. Just to go and just be at someone's house, a good friend that you can have a talk to and just unburden as well, is quite good. And it's kind of, I'm really feeling like you need to do this for your health. You've kind of been really intellectualizing a problem, really been thinking about it a lot mentally, and you can't get any success by doing that anymore. So yeah, the answer is by going within and letting the answers come to you, rather than thinking about trying to get a solution to whatever this thing on your mind has been. Now, for some of you, there is a bit of a maybe a struggle or something where you're having to go into battle over something. And it's kind of a message for you that you need to stand your ground and defend what it is that you believe in. So it might not be, the fact that there is some of you that could be going through a legal issue, this can refer to that. But if it's just something about, the way you feel about something, or your opinion about something, it's worth the battle it's worth the battle in the sense that it's worth standing up for what you believe in. But the question always is, when you get the Seven of Wands, and this is the card that I'm referring to, is the ultimate battle worth the fight? Like, sure, it is worth standing up for what you believe in. But if it's just over something trivial, sometimes it's better off letting go of your need to chase after a particular issue, and instead to focus your attention on something that's a little bit more important. So if this isn't a fight that is, about life and death, you really are asked, is this battle worth going on with? Because you have been mentally and emotionally exhausted, and you need to rest. So you need to ask that, it's okay to stand your ground and fight for what you believe in, but there comes a point when you have to say, is it actually worth it? Am I doing more harm than by fighting and going into battle than the actual result that I'm going to get out of it is worth? That's the kind of questions that you really need to be asking in August. People grow stronger from any challenge that's before you, but as long as you make your choices from the heart rather than from the intellect. So think about things, emotionally rather than intellectually. Intellectually, yep, it might be worth the fight. Emotionally, what's it doing to you and those around you? That's the kind of questions you need to be asking in August. You have the Ten of Cups. So I see a really happy family life for you in August. You have that support around you. It's a card of good fortune, and it kind of really does represent having it all. So I feel like in August, there are things, as I said, you don't need to worry about certain things that have been on your mind. You have good fortune around you. Your relationships are positive and affirming, and you have strong and healthy relationships and connections with your children. So there's harmony with your friends and extended family, and your emotional needs are being fulfilled. And, financially, you're kind of really happy as well. So it's just such a lovely message to be having in in August. So if there are things that have been troubling you, and this transition to this new phase, this new step in your life, then know that you've got that support from your family, and you have this happy kind of family and friends around you. It's quite a lovely message. Now, also, you have a wonderful emotional experience that is going to be coming up for you in August. Now, this could be a new relationship for some of you. This could be a new relationship with a Capricorn, or it certainly is, like a feeling of really being swept off your feet. It could even be an offer of marriage or an emotional experience that's kind of really going to make you swoon in August. So that's quite a lovely thing to be looking forward to as well. And it kind of, it's kind of so emotional and wonderful and happy that it kind of makes you like swoon and perhaps even throw you off balance a little bit. But don't forget to remain grounded, because you are an air sign. You're kind of out there anyway, but make sure you stay grounded. And it also can indicate this month that you are going to be getting a lot of social invitations. You're going to be going here and there and getting involved in a lot of stuff. So be careful you don't get too emotionally drained over that sort of stuff as well. But I do see those, they're being happy invitations and happy events. Now, again, there is that message where you are sort of releasing something from the past. There's an ending there to some phase of your life that has been quite a struggle for some. And the situation that you have been in, it doesn't serve you anymore, and it's time to move on. And I feel that in August, you're going to be making those decisions to just release that part of your life. And, reaching out to friends or family is really wise. And, it's going to be able to help you deal with this feeling that you've released something, and it might make you feel a little bit at a loss because you have ended, like when we end something significant in our life, something that we've been working on. I mean, it can even mean like if you're finishing off exams at school or leaving one part of your life and going on to something else. There's always a grieving process, So, reach out to your friends, because that's going to be really helpful for you in August. And it's also, an excellent time to face any fears that you might have. And by doing that, it's going to kind of bring you in complete control of your future. So it's quite significant in August, this release, and it also brings, this kind of situation is going to kind of bring great spiritual insights and personal transformation for yourself. And transformation is the theme for August. You've got the Judgment card and the Death card, and both of those are cards of transforming and awakening and endings and new beginnings. So that's something really that you need to be looking or can be expecting in August. Now, also something else that might help you in August is having a need for some rules and some structure and some organization. And when you do that, it's easier for you to bring any dreams that you have to life. So if you've got any plans about this new endeavor that you want to start moving into, it's good to plan it out, have structure, write it down if you have to, and that is going to allow you to move into that next phase of your life with a lot more ease, and it can bring your dreams to life just the way that you intended them by having that, formally kind of written down, or even just in your mind, and meditating on that and thinking about that. Also this could have something to do with your home for some of you, or some changes that are going on at your home or in your home, because the Emperor card does talk about the constructs of society as well. It talks about, infrastructure and roads and the home and that kind of stuff. So if you're planning to do anything regarding that in your career, or you're dealing with any of those sorts of things in your life, it's good to have that structure and have it all written down. Also, the Emperor card is about leadership and integrity, and it also reflects father figures and people of authority, government officials, and that sort of thing. So there could be an ending to any official sort of struggle that you've been going through, or any sort of official kind of situation that you've been in, not necessarily a struggle, but if there has been any kind of legal issues that you have been working through, this is an ending to kind of all of that stuff as well. Now, let's get into your Doreen Virtue Healing with the Angel card, and that is celebration. Now, I'm just going to read out the meaning. So, good news. Cause for celebration is here, and it is time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. The angels want you to know that this is a light-filled time in your life. You have been working towards making changes, and your intentions have now manifested into form. This is the time for you to fill your heart with a warm feeling of gratitude. The angels ask you through this card to hold strong in this gratitude. You are like a gardener who plants seeds and nurtures them because she has faith that her labors will yield new growth. Keep watering and tending to your seeds, and you will soon see them sprouting through the surface. The angels are your co-gardeners who help you to tend your crops. And that actually ties in so much with some of the other cards, where you've planted the seeds, you've done all the preparation, you've done everything that you need to do. You don't have to worry. It's all going to work out wonderfully for you in August. Beautiful Libras. So I hope that resonates with you. Have a wonderful August, Libras. Bye. Love you.